This is Jason Markowitz coming to you once again from Clarity Services. I welcome everybody who has joined our team as independent contractors. What I'd like to go over right now is our pricing structure. Our telemarketers are going to give these prices to our potential customers over the phone, giving them estimates over the phone. When we book appointments, it's going to be then your responsibility to show up on the job, and if there are any changes that need to be made to the bill for whatever reason, whether it be our telemarketers have got a wrong count of the windows or the customer themselves have given us a wrong count over the phone, you'll be able to show this price structure to them and give them the proper price for how many windows they have, or if they have screens or storms or whatever the case may be for the amount of windows that they have. So what I'd like you to do is open up the attachment that I have sent to you via email that is marked Clarity Pricing Sheet. All right. Once you do that and you have that in front of you, I'm just going to go over how we actually give estimates over the phone. It's fairly simple. We made it very easy for the customers to actually book their window and gutter cleaning appointments over the phone without having to do on-site estimates for every single customer. That actually wastes time for you. They waste time for us. We have no idea whether they're going to book when you get there. So all around saving time for everybody. All right. So if you actually look at the price sheet, we do it in a bracket of windows, like 1 through 11 windows. Doesn't matter whether the customer has one window or they have 11 windows. So anywhere in between 1 and 11, our regular price for the inside and outside service, that means we'll clean the inside and outside of the actual windows, is $160. What we do over the phone is we offer them a $40 discount, which brings it down to $120 for the inside and outside of the windows. Now, if they have more windows, obviously the price goes up. The bracket goes from 12 to 18. They can have anywhere in between 12 and 18 windows, and the price is $190. Minus the $40 discount comes down to $150. And the brackets are shown to you via email on the price sheet that I sent to you, 19 through 26, 27 to 34, and so forth. Going over a little bit more to your right when you're looking at the price sheet is our outside only pricing. If we book a customer that wants just the outside of the windows done, we will do 1 through 11 windows, anywhere in between, for $130 for the outside only, minus the $40 discount we're giving them. It brings it down to $90. And obviously 12 through 18 is $150 minus the $40 discount brings it down to $110, and so forth. But I would encourage you to always have this price sheet on you and available and ready to give to the customer if there is any changes to the bill. We never, ever, ever want to continue or do the work first and then present the customer with a bill afterwards for a different pricing structure than what's on the actual invoice. We do not want to be labeled as a bait and switch company, so make sure that we are letting the customers know that there is an additional charge before we get started. And the way that you do that is you just basically go up to the front door, knock on the door, say, "Hey, Mrs. Smith, how you doing? My name is so-and-so from Clarity Services, and I would like to walk around your house, just count up the windows, and make sure everything is in order as it says on the invoice." And obviously, if there's a change in the bill, you just present it to them right there. And most of the time, seeing as you're already on the job, if it's, a $20 to $50 change in the bill, 9 times out of 10, the customer is just going to say, go ahead and do it. And we don't regularly have mistakes on the bill that exceed $100 to $200. The customers usually give us right around the correct information over the phone. So, but again, we're going to need you to assess that situation when you arrive at any job, and make sure you do that before you do any kind of work so that the customer can make an informed decision on whether they want to have it done or not done. All right, so you know the pricing structure and how we actually charge in a numbers bracket of windows between 1 and 11, 12 through 18, and moving along. Under additional services, there are an additional cost for storm windows. The regular price is $3 per storm window. We're marking that 50% off, brings it down to $1.50 per storm window. Every single house up and down the shoreline is going to have 2 storm windows per window. Very important. I'm going to reiterate that. 2 storm windows per window. So if they have 1 window, does not mean that they have 1 storm per window. They have 2 storms per window. Screens are an additional charge. They're $3 per screen. 50% off brings them down to $2.50 per screen. and the French style windows. French style windows are any window that is sectioned off into smaller squares by pieces of wood or plastic. It makes them look like little tic-tac-toe boards. No longer can you take a squeegee to the whole window and squeegee it off. You have to literally take a smaller squeegee and do each little square, or you have to do it by hand. Those are for the old school windows that have wood brackets on the windows that do not come off the windows. Some of the new windows have removable French style windows. They're just little grates that you can pop off the window. So if they pop off the window, there is no additional charge because it is fairly simple to pop them off and squeegee the window down, throw them back up when you're done. So if the windows have non-removable sections that are wood, that are stuck to the window, we do charge an additional $2.50 per window that is like that, as a whole. Not per square of the window, but as a whole window, we charge $2.50 in addition to the bill. These other things that I have on here under additional services, such as skylights, frames, windowsills, and the travel charge, are not necessarily things you have to mention. They are things that if a customer brings them up, they're there for your reference. You can just show them the prices for skylights, frames, windowsills are free for the inside and out. Chandeliers are $25 to $50, depending on how big or intricate they are on site. You can give them the cost. But the travel charge is going to be on every single bill. This is not a charge that you're going to receive. It's just in addition to the bill, so to speak, as to pad the bill. So it's not $5 coming to you off of every single job that you complete. It is just in addition to the bill. All right, so let's just make that clear very, very quickly. The gutter cleaning is off to the right-hand side here. Any one-story is $75. Any two-story is $110. Any three-story is $160. Clear, cut, and dry. We're not going to get into how many gutters they have, how big the house is. It's just a clear cut. One story, two story, three story. All right. These prices that I've given you are all subject to change. If we have a customer that's right on the fence and wants to have it done, but her budget is not allowing her to pay such and such amount, our telemarketers have the authority to discount the bill by 10, as much as 15, if need be, to any customer that's on the fence and has a lower budget and is looking to have it done but just cannot afford it at the minute. My position on this is I'd rather have a job than no jobs. And if you're getting paid $7.50 less on a job, rather you have a job than have no jobs at all. So keep that in mind. If we have dispatched you a job that has less of a price than what it says on the price sheet here. But this is our price structure. This is how we give estimates over the phone. It has been successful with our company for the last 5 years, and we're not changing it. This is how we do it. So, yes, we want you to get to a house and make sure you're upcharging for any additional services. You're asking them if they want this, that, and the other thing done. You're adding that to the bill. But you make a straight 40% off of every single job you complete. So whatever the total amount on the check is when you receive that check at the end of the job, you're making 40%, and it's 45% after 3 months. That's the incentive. 90% of the customers that you are going to visit their house is going to give you a tip. Usually the tips are between $10 and $20 per job. It is not a mandatory gratuity, but if you do a good job and you're very personable with the customer, I guarantee they're going to give you a tip. So this has been an informational video for our pricing structure and how it all works. I hope this has helped you. And if you have any further questions, just email me or call me. And I will go through this with you individually and personally. Thank you for your time, and we'll see you soon.